Starting with the gong, bring your left hand underneath your right hand on top, 2 thumbs together. Make a fist with your left hand, cover with your right. Bring it towards your heart, and then down to your Tian. And stepped to the side. Starting with the opening and closing exercises, the first exercise is the quiescent standing form. Have your feet parallel to the front, bring your knees together, knees apart, and then relax with your knees above your toes. Think of your toes and think of your knees and your hips and relax. Tuck your pelvis, squeeze your genitals together and relax. Squeeze your anus together and then relax, which brings your Renmai and your Dumai points together. Headstring stretch, feel like you're stretching up towards the sky and then relax. Then bring your elbows forward, stretches your back, elbows back, stretch your chest. Then your shoulders forward, which stretches your scapula in the back, shoulders back, clavicle in the front. Then relax your shoulders, relax your elbows, relax your wrist, hollow your palms. Bring your chin back, tongue on the roof of your mouth, and hang from your headstring. Now bring your hands around, left hand on your Tian, right over the top for men and the opposite for females, right on the Tian for females, left over the top. This is the exhaling, inhaling form, bending down, breathing out. Breathe in, hold your breath, stand up. So you breathe out on the way down. Take an in-breath through your nose. Hold the breath and keep your breath held and stand up again. And then breathe the breath out on the way down. We'll do this 3 times. Breathe in, hold your breath, stand up. Now for the opening and closing of the lower Tian, bending down, breathing out, bring your hands to the side, breathing out. Breathe in as you bring them back together. Make sure they touch in the middle. Breathing out. This is to clear the perverse chi out of the lower Tian. Breathing out and then breathing in. Hands back on the Tian, standing up. That's the 3 exercises, the 3 opening exercises. They're the warm-up exercise before we start the set. Now we're going to start the set. Bring your hands palm towards the front. Then move them slightly to the side as though you're holding 2 little posts in your hands. And by keeping your back straight and you're having your pelvis tucked, just lower yourself down. So just go down as far as you can, as long as your back's straight, and then stand back up. So breathe in as we go down, and you breathe out as you stand up. Breathe in as you go down. Breathe out as you stand up. Keep your back straight, look straight ahead. And continue doing this exercise. Make sure the in-breath and the out-breath is the same duration, so the speed you go down, the speed you come back up is the same speed. So the transition from this exercise, bring the hands back to the front. This is the second exercise. This is called holding trees or tree hugging. Roll your elbows down, bring your hands to the front. Have your fingers facing towards each other, about 2-finger gap between the 2 fingers. Relax your shoulders. Make sure your pelvis is tucked, your knees are slightly bent, and your back straight. Pull your chin slightly back and look straight forward. And just breathe in and out quietly and evenly and relax. So the second part of the tree hugging, you slowly bend down, keeping the back straight, and then go to one side, and then back into the center again. So you go breathe in as you go down, breathe out as you go down. So you're changing weight from the right side to the left side and then back again. Inside the posture. Breathing in as you go down, breathing out as you go up. And continue. Now the transition into the third exercise. Bring your palms towards the front. Pull them back towards yourself and then lower your hands. This exercise is called flying eagles. You're bringing your hands to the side, keeping your shoulders down. And just hang like a bird with trying to dry its wings. Most important thing, remember, keep your back straight, tuck your pelvis, pull your chin back. Relax your shoulders, relax your palms. And stand quietly, breathing in and out evenly both sides. So once you're finished with the exercise, slowly lower your arms. Next exercise is holding the iron ball. So bring your hands straight towards the front. Turn your palms towards each other and then pull your elbows back. And your fingertips go round past darbell, which is a spring point under your armpits, round the outside. And then make a ball as though you're holding the back of the ball facing towards the front. At the same time, lower yourself down and then bring your two knees together. Keep your back straight, make sure your pelvis is tucked, looking straight ahead. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. And breathe in and breathe out evenly and hold this posture. Bring your palms to the ground, slide them back towards your body, and then slowly stand up, bringing your knees out so they remain above your toes. Next exercise, three body posture, stepping off to the right. The right foot's on the ground, but there's no weight in the front foot. All the weight's on the back foot and on the front part of the back foot. So the heel of the back foot's touching the ground, but there's no weight in the heel. It's all on the kidney point and the toes of the front foot. Both palms are facing towards the ground. Keep a straight back. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Breathe in and out smoothly and hold this posture. transition of this exercise, bring the hands around, twist the body, and swap the bottom hand to the top hand to the bottom hand. The weight remains on the back foot. Turn as far as you can turn. You'll feel the twist in your hip and your knee, but all the weight still remains on the back foot. The front foot, there's no weight in it. Looking towards the back, towards the top hand, both palms facing the back. Feel the twist in your spine, also the twist in your neck. Relax and breathe in and breathe out. Transition of this exercise now moves around. The hands swap over again. Top hand becomes the bottom hand. Let's try and turn right around to the other side. There's 4 parts to each of these exercises on each side. This is the third part. Remember, keep your back straight. Tuck your pelvis. All the weight's on the one leg. The front leg's just touching the ground. There's no weight in it. Both palms facing towards the front. And relax. Breathe evenly in and out. So the last part of this exercise, transition back to the original posture. You're facing, the direction you're facing is toward the lead foot. So the direction, whichever way the toes facing the lead foot, that's the direction you face. Make sure your shoulders are square to this posture. Relax your pelvis. Relax your hips. And all the weight remains on the back foot. Back into the 10-2 stance. Hands on the side of the body. Roll back onto your thumbs. Bring your hands around, left hand underneath, right hand on top. 2 thumbs together. And bow. Make a fist with your left hand, cover with your right. Bring your hands towards your heart. And down to your dantian. And that's the finish. Well done.